What's up, guys? It's over here, and welcome back to Driven Affairs. Thursday, okay? It's been barely 10 minutes since you have dropped off Anna. When your phone chirps, you answer it to hear the abrasive voice of Stella Moore's personal assistant. Miss Moores would like to take her dog for a walk during her lunch hour and will need to be picked up from her office in 15 minutes. Hello again, Stella's assistant. It's Sebastian. Of course it is. 15 minutes, James, don't be late. The person hangs up abruptly and you cringe at the phone, as if the man's venom might get on you. You wonder if he was always that rude or if working for Stella made him so unpleasant. You glance at your phone and roll your eyes. 15 minutes might be doable. Yep, doable, but it sure is short notice. You put your car in drive and take off towards Alta Class head office. Damn. 40 minutes and 30 something seconds later, you are pulling in front of 48th and 8th and see Stella Moore standing out in front of her building with her dog. You can't even have time to register the fact that Stella is walking a girl clad head to toe in a red skin-tight latex bodysuit. As she opens the door and lets her pet hop in, quote unquote pet, before climbing in after her. Stella for the Stella for her part is acting like this is completely normal and in the middle of some phone conversation. She looks so uncomfortable. I don't care, Yukio. I've seen the spreads and they are garbage. Tell them I want them redone by Monday. Driver, Central Park, that's for her to figure out. I'm out to lunch, Yukio. Goodbye. You pull out from the curb and start heading north to Central Park. Estella is busy typing away on her phone away. That's an interesting breed you have there. Hmm. Kiki, yes, she's sweet, but she hasn't quite mastered how to do oral yet. And until she does, her pretty little mouth stays wrapped up. Isn't that right, Kiki? The gimp girl lets out a dog whimper from under her mask as your cheeks redden. You try to remember what your pet policy was in the car and if this even applies. But before long, you are pulling up to the drop off at Central Park. Central Park, ma'am. You let Stella get out and lead her dog onto the sidewalk. A little relieved to be free of the duo for a moment, but are confused when she stops and stares patiently at you. Was there something else, man? Walk with me, James. It takes all your willpower not to sigh or roll your eyes as you turn off the car and join Miss Moore and her pet on the sidewalk. Kiki, come. Stella tugs at the girl's leash, who lets out an eager little bark and starts trotting alongside Stella. It does one no good to sit passively all day. One must move. It sparks motivation, wires the brain for action. Yes, ma'am. Your face reddens a bit as you see the strange looks you are getting from passers-by, though frankly, not as many as you might have thought. This is New York, and the sight of someone leading a latex-clad woman around on a leash is likely not the strangest thing many of the residents of this town has seen even that week. Stella thought is Stella, though, is acting as relaxed and nonchalant as if she were walking a poodle. You are self-employed, yes? Yes, ma'am. I am, ma'am. Not content to work for someone else's goal, but still a man with many masters all the same. I'm sorry. The service industry, self-owned yet catering to individual clientele, you must be at odds with yourself. It's well, you see, hold your thought. Sebastian is calling me on my red phone. Here. Stella holds a Kiki's leash towards you, gesturing for you to take her. Surprised a bit, you recoil slightly as Stella impatiently wags the leash at you as she starts laying into her assistants on the phone. What, man? Of course! Take the leash. Surprised by the gesture, and before you can think, you take the leash from Stella as she walks off to take her phone call. Feeling a little awkward holding a woman by a leash, you look over at the girl who is making doggy panting noises and looking back at you. So, is this like an hourly thing, or are you and Miss Moore in some kind of club together? Kiki stops panting for a moment and looks over to make sure Stella isn't paying attention before leaning in and replying in a quiet, muffled tone. Miss Moore doesn't like it when one of her pets breaks character. One of Kiki has already gone back to playing dog as an elderly couple passes by, staring and shaking their heads. It's not mine. I'm just holding her for a friend. Probably a useless gesture, and you just shrug, looking down at Kiki as she pants and looks back up at you with the dopey state of content any real dog might have. Holding her leash, you can't help but eye her ample figure, clad in a latex suit that looks like it may have been painted on. Part of you does find this a little arousing. Heavens, heavens! It's as if the world will stop turning if I leave more than 20 minutes. And was my little Kiki a good girl for the driver? Stella returns, patting the gimp girl on the head and taking the leash as Kiki barks cheerfully. You are very good with her. I had a feeling you were a dog person. I may have to enlist your services as a dog walker. Poor Kiki doesn't get enough walks with how busy mommy is. Your heart jumps into your throat for a moment at the mention of it, but you feel a surge of excitement as well. Well, we will have to cut this lunch short. I'm afraid. I'm needed back at the office. Yes, ma'am. You gesture back towards the street and escort Miss Moore and her pet back to the car before driving her back to the office. Friday, 5 p.m. Friday tend to be one of your busier days driving clients, but in a rare instance, you find yourself making your last drop off before noon. Given how busy you have been, you're looking forward to calling it half a day and kicking back with a few beers and maybe catching a game on TV. Though we still might do a few ride share routes later tonight. You're just finishing tanking up the car at a gas station. A gas station. A cold six pack in your passenger seat. When your phone chirps, it's a text from an unfamiliar number. Casey. Hey, it's Casey. So I'm getting evicted and I need help moving into my friend's place. I figure since you hit me with that big car, and I don't even press charges, you owe me. I kid, I kid about the charges, of course. Please help me move. I'll make it worth your while. You should be pissed, but you laugh. Is this enabling? Casey has trouble writing all over her. You are debating texting Casey back when another call comes through. It's Stella's assistant. You really debate taking the call, but against your better judgment, you answer. Miss Moore needs you to walk her dog this afternoon. Hello again, Sebastian. Don't be a bitch. It doesn't suit you. Can you walk? Kick? What the fuck? Help Casey move. Agree. Help Casey move. Okay. Agree to walk Stella's dog. Okay. Turn back. Down both requests and drive rideshare for the evening. Mm. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Bien, bien. Okay. Mm, mm-hmm. So help Casey move. Let's walk the dog, man. We gotta walk the dog, man. We gotta walk the dog, man. Let's go, man. I don't think I sound like a hippie. I failed miserably. Huh. I suppose Miss Moore would like me to be there promptly. Miss Moore will meet you at her apartment in 10 minutes. Click. You scrunch your brow and rub your temple. Of course, you're welcome, Sebastian. You should text back to Casey that you can't help her out today. To which she replies with an entirely inappropriate number of frowny face em, emotes, yeah, whatever. You sigh and pocket your phone, then hop in the driver's seat and try to think if you can make the 20 minutes drive to Stella's penthouse uh, in half the time. You pull up to Stella Moore's apartment building 2 minutes late. The whatever, fuck that word. Fuck it, man. Don't care about it. I'm not gonna learn it. Beautiful woman is already out front with her pet girl on a leash, waiting for you. Running a little behind today, are we? Apologize, ma'am. I assure you, if I had a little more forewarning, I would have been able to make it here on time. I'm sure. Well, I have a dinner I have to get ready for, and little Kiki here still needs her walk. I trust you can handle this. You're almost incredible at the claim. It's not even a real dog. Is she deranged, or is this some kind of weird power trip? You do remember her retrainer though, and you decide you can find it in your heart to give her the benefit of the doubt. As you take the leech from Stella, you consider adding a surge for dog walking. That's a good boy. It's not lost on me that the abruptness of my request might put you out. So Stella leans in close and her expression changes. Beneath her icy exterior, you catch the glimmer of a hunger in her eyes that sends a shiver up your spine. Kiki needs a lot of exercise, so if you'd like to take her for a little spin, please feel free to. Consider it a treat for being such a good boy. Stella leaves you to chew on the offer while she turns to her dog. Now you be a good girl for Mr. James, Kiki, and you make sure you let him know how thankful you are that he took the time out of his busy day to take you for your little walk. Kiki eagerly barks in compliance, and Stella gives you a wicked little smile before turning around and sauntering back into the apartment building. So, Kiki, I guess it's time for your walk. The girl barks at you, wagging her behind. This whole setup is so weird, and you're not sure what Stella's game is here. You shrug off the thought though, and lead the girl by the leash into your back seat before heading out towards the park. 20 minutes later, you are standing at the entrance to one of the paths through Central Park, holding the dog girl by the leash. Hey, listen, if you would rather tell Stella I walked you and just go grab a beer and chill for an hour instead, I'm perfectly fine with doing that. But Kiki just barks at you and starts tugging longingly towards the walking path. If you had to guess, she's pretty into the whole dog gimp thing. So you decide to humor her. You're still a little uncomfortable with this at first, and you are more than aware of the strange stares you get from some of the other park goers as you hilariously try and make this seem as much like a show as possible. After a little while, though, you find it doesn't bother you. as much, and deep down, past the shame, you find part of you rather liked this sexual power dynamic, leading a girl around on a leash like a pet. Just as starting to get into the groove of the situation, Kiki looks back at you and starts walking towards a patch of thick shrubbery, tugging at your leash and trying to lead you into the thicket. What is it, girl? I mean, Kiki, do you have to pee? You try your best to not get too comfortable treating this woman like a dog, but Kiki just barks and tugs you towards the tree line. Apprehensively, you let her lead you in. Um, you you're led deeper and deeper through the greenery until you can't really see the trail or other park goers. Hey, if you have to use the bathroom, I really don't know what the rules are in. Whoa. God damn. God damn. The art is fucking magnificent. Taking you completely by surprise, Kiki has stood back up and started to rub her yup against your crotch. Looking back over her shoulder, she looks at you lust, lustfully through her mask and lets out a row of sluttery, hungry whimpers. Go with it. No, no, bad dog. Go with it, man. Of course we're gonna go with it. Of course. You're dumbstruck for a moment until you begin to realize what's going on. Well, Miss Moore did say you needed plenty of exercise. You have some idea of what kind of girl Kiki might be, and you decide to experiment a bit. Grabbing her leash, you give it a hard jerk. The girl lets off a muffled little squeal as she's roughly pulled close to you, her eyes going wide, then seeming to melt into longing as she looks up at you, whining sensually through her mask as she starts rubbing her against your leg. You like that, didn't you, you little... Kiki replies with longing whimpers of admission. Oh, oh. Oh my god, man. You reach down to the submissive woman's crotch, grabbing the zipper and slowly unzipping it, gazing at her soft pink. You feel your begin to hurt, and grabbing Kiki's shoulder, you spin her around and push her to the ground. The red latex and gimp falling to all fours and her back arching as you. Yep. Holy shit, man. Is this all of this content is all in this? I'm in chapter 3, right? Or 2? What the fuck, man? So much content, so much stuff, you know? Okay, whatever. So Kiki wants a treat, huh? The gimp girl whims lustfully and props her ass up, presenting herself to you as you grab a thick handful of her round, juicy cheek. So let's see, where should Kiki get her treat? I get to choose also? Man! I sound so excited, sorry. Yeah, let's pick that option. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah, the girls, moist, and yeah, but let's not waste so much time reading these things because I won't be able to leave it. Oh, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Oh yeah, okay, whatever, whatever. Okay, let's let me enjoy it at least. You guys can't see it, but let me enjoy it. Okay. It doesn't take long for you to. Okay, I have choices. Why do I always have choices? They make me nervous. Okay, come. Yeah, this one. Kiki squeals as her eyes shoot open. You grab her against you, burying your and okay, I guess. Powerful final thrust sends into her. Okay, after a few moments of sheer ecstasy, the two of you lay panting on the ground, clutching each other tightly. With the waves of pleasure subsiding, Kiki melts out of your arms and back into the grass, gasping for breath and cooing effectively. What? Effectively. What the fucking word, man? Affectionately. Yeah, whatever. I think that's how you say it. Fuck, you are making me reconsider being a pet owner. Okay. Kiki giggles from underneath her mask, and the two of you set about putting yourselves back together. You look down and wonder if the grass stains will come out of your pant legs, and watch Kiki's ass jiggle as she brushes off the various debris from the latex-clad rump. Right, Kiki, let's get you back to your mommy. Kiki barks in agreement, and you grab her leash, and walk the gimp girl back to the car. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was chapter 3, man. This game is cool, man. I love it. So much art. The artist drawing is amazing, and there's there's so much of it, you know. Even the Casey girl, whatever, she drawing of her like standing and then pretending to fall in front of the car. Just extra shit, you know. It's not a sex scene, but it's there for more to make you like envision the actions, you know. But it could do with more, you know, more pictures, more art. You can never go wrong with that kind of stuff. Anyhow, I'm gonna end this episode right here. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more videos like this. Goodbye.